I would say it's a whole different kind of pressure. So you have to learn how to adapt to it. You're playing for your team, you're playing for your country, the weight of all of it going on. It just makes for a great week. I do remember watching the Ryder Cup. Maybe started in 1985, would have been the first time I saw it on TV. I was still in college. I was probably at class in the morning, so I could only see it in the afternoon. In 87, I remember Muirfield Village.
There it was. Let history show that that was it, to put them at 14 and a half.
That was the first time the U.S. lost at home in a long, long, long time. A foregone conclusion now had become very competitive. And then in 89, I remember watching the Belfry.
He's done it again. 3 in a row. The cup stays here.
And then 91, the War by the Shore.
The United States wins the Ryder Cup.
Things had really heated up by then, and that was my second year on tour, so I was a little bit more invested because I now have met some of the guys that were playing. There's more talk about the Ryder Cup at that point on a regular basis, as opposed to the guys who are just trying to get to the tour. We're not talking about the Ryder Cup, we're just trying to get on tour then. And then you get on tour and the Ryder Cup is a goal. I'd won the US Open that summer. We were expecting a child a month later. My schedule had tapered off quite a bit. Even though I was looking forward to the Ryder Cup, I probably was not geared up the way I should have been. 4 rookies, I was the youngest. It shows you how much it's changed over the years because I would be probably one of the oldest on the team if I were to play at age 29 now. We met in Washington, D.C., had a visit at the White House. Once again, I'm a rookie and the youngest guy on the team. I'm only in my 4th year on tour, so I am quiet and just following and just doing what everybody else tells me to do. Lots of veterans, Ray Floyd, Lanny Watkins, Paul Azinger, Payne Stewart, Tom Kite. Guys have all played many Ryder Cups up to then. I had my ears open and my mouth shut. The team gatherings were always fun. Everybody enjoyed that time together, and it was a great team week. I think it really hits you in the opening ceremony when we all walk in side by side, and then we take our seats, and then they play the national anthem. And there's so much going on the first few days, you just can't wait for the thing to start. I think the guys that had already been there, they realized how much team chemistry mattered. They interjected what they thought was important. I loved all of the veteran leadership that went on that week. Tom just said, just keep smiling. Everything you do, just keep smiling, keep your head up. Payne Stewart made a special time to come over and talk to me before I played my singles match and watch me tee off. I really appreciated that because he knew that I was a rookie on the team and the gravity of the situation, playing a singles match in foreign territory, and he just wanted to give me some encouragement right before I teed off. And you don't get that at a regular tournament. Those veterans that had played those Ryder Cups and had seen how close the other ones were, I think that helped because they were ready for the battle and they carried us. We were down going into singles, came back and won. In Valderrama when I played Jose Maria, my mindset was I want to win the first hole, jump out in front, get the tee, and keep the tee. It's big in match play is if you have the honors, you get to put the pressure on the other guy immediately on every hole if you hit a good shot off the tee. That was it. Jump on them fast and keep the pedal down. And, you're not going to win 18 holes. They're going to win some holes. They're trying to, but you just have to try and get the tee back. Keep grinding. I would say it's a whole different kind of pressure when you're teeing off the first hole. So the kind of pressure you usually don't feel unless you're playing the last hole of a major and you get it right from the start, right on the first hole. When you feel pressure for the very first time, it's very foreign. Whether it's a junior tournament, an amateur tournament, a college tournament, as you work your way up through the ranks at each level, you encounter new pressures that you didn't know. So you have to learn how to adapt to it. But the Ryder Cup is a once every 2 years deal. It's not going to be, oh, there's another tournament next week, I can get back on the horse. No, you've got to do it right now. You're playing for your team, you're playing for your country. There's a lot going on. It's a emotionally and physically draining week. You put a lot into it, you get a lot out of it. I'd say you end up being hyper-focused by the time you get to tee off, even though you still feel the weight of all of it going on. It just makes for a great week. I love that I got to play. I love the experience. It was a team and we were there for each other. The board is up there, the fans are rooting for one side. The whole atmosphere is great. There's nothing like going to the Ryder Cup. That if you get a chance to ever go to one, you should go.
I never knew if I'd get this opportunity. I always felt like this is something that I would love to do and be able to handle, and I'm so honored to be able to be the leader of this team, and I'm going to Bethpage to win the Ryder Cup back for America.
He's very energetic. I played with him when he first started on tour. I feel like he's a grinder, just never stops coming at you. I think if the team could adapt his personality a little bit, that'd be really good for the team. And I think a lot of it is the attack mode. You get after him on the first hole and don't let up. They're going to have a home crowd, and they're very loud there. I played the US Open there in '02, and that was about as loud as I'd ever heard any crowd. Just imagine what it's going to be like in the Ryder Cup when you've condensed it just to a 2 or 3 hole area. The formula's nothing new. They got to be ready to play and play their best. You just got to execute. You just got to go play well.